guys, let's make some coffee filter flowers today. Ask your parent or guardian if you have any of these at home to use. If not, you could even try it with a paper towel. I'm going to show you a few options of what we can do with these today using some things you might be able to find around the house. So let's get started. Lay your coffee filter or paper towel out flat on a surface such as a piece of cardboard or newspaper before working on it. Then use some washable markers to start coloring it with. It's very important to use washable or water-based markers for this part, so make sure you're not using Sharpies or permanent markers. Decorate your coffee filter like a flower. Start in the middle, use different rings of colors, and then work outward for the petals. You can follow the folds of the coffee filter to color your petals in. Use lots of colors and make sure all of the space is filled in. Remember to be gentle while you're coloring since the coffee filter paper is very delicate and can rip easily while you're working. When you're done coloring your flower with markers, you want to apply water to it to give it a tie-dye effect. You can use a paintbrush and a cup of water like me, or sometimes in class we use a spray bottle to do this. You could also try using a damp sponge and dabbing your flower with it. Make sure you cover the entire flower with water and let it sit out to dry for about 15 minutes. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, you can try cutting your coffee filter to make the petals of your flower look more defined before you start adding color. Follow the folds of the coffee filter and cut a small slit in each groove. From there, cut small points or rounded edges for each petal. If you're trying this, make sure you do this as your first step before you start adding color with your markers. You'll notice that your coffee filter looks more like a flower already. Next, you're ready to start coloring. Start in the center and decide which colors you want to use. You can even create a pattern. I usually always remind you to color neatly and avoid scribbling, but in this project it's okay if you don't cover every space perfectly. When we add the water, our colors will blend and cover all of our blank spots. Just make sure you add all the colors that you want for your flower and cover as much space as you can. When your flower is dry, grab a black permanent marker and draw a few lines or patterns in the center. This will help our flower look more interesting and artistic. You can create any pattern you like. Next, grab a piece of paper or surface to begin assembling your project on. I'm using the back of a cereal box, so that might be a good option for you too if you don't have any extra pieces of paper at home. Color your background with crayons or markers any way you like. I'm coloring a sky and grass on mine. Using more than one type of art supply will make this project considered mixed media art. You can grab some scraps of paper to cut out your stem and leaves for your flower, or you can just draw it directly into the background with a crayon or marker. Assemble everything on your background before you glue it all down. You can continue adding more details in your background if you would like to. If you've created a few different coffee filter flowers and would like to try something different with them, I'm going to show you how to make a sun catcher mobile that you can hang up in your house or on a window. Start by punching one hole in the top of each flower. Next, grab some string or yarn and cut a piece for each flower. Make them different lengths, some short and some long. String it through the hole that you punched out on each flower and tie a knot to secure the string to it. I found a small branch outside to tie all of my flowers to. Line up each flower the way you want them along the branch and tie a knot to hang each flower. Next, measure out a piece of string that is a little bit longer than the length of your branch. Give yourself some extra string to work with because you can always cut off the excess at the end. Tie a knot at each end of your branch with your string. This will allow you to hang your mobile up on a window or door. If you hang it up on a window, you will notice that your flowers will look like sun catchers since the coffee filters look a little translucent in the sun. You can also hang this on a door or in your room as a cheerful decoration. Hope you enjoy!